Let's start with something Governor Scott wants us to do.
Hold me accountable for delivering on the campaign promises I made.
That brings us to his core promise of 700,000 jobs in 7 years.
It'll be the 700,000, plus what would be normal.
It's on top of that, on top of what normal growth would be.
Notice how Scott repeatedly said 700,000 jobs on top of what would naturally be created through no work of his own.
It's on top of that.
Well, state economists say Florida's recovery was already underway before Scott won. And 4 years ago, they said Florida would naturally add more than 700,000 jobs in 7 years, no matter who was governor.
It'll be the 700,000, plus what would be normal.
But now Scott repeatedly denies that he ever said that.
I don't know who said that.
700,000 on top of.
No.
If Scott's goal was 700,000 jobs on top of what was projected anyway, he would be way short of his goal. Take a look at the report from the legislature's own economists. They say a recovery started in 2010, the year before Scott took office. They say we're now trailing national growth in personal income and lost ground last year. But you don't hear that in some of the ads.
2006, Charlie Crist became governor.
No, Charlie Crist did not become governor in 2006 when economists say existing home prices began to fall. He took office the next year. And unemployment did certainly shoot up under Charlie Crist. But state economists found unemployment in Florida generally follows the national trend. Our unemployment was higher after the subprime housing bust, and it was lower after the recovery. But the state economists also say nearly half of Florida's drop in the unemployment rate is due to people giving up their job search and dropping out of the workforce.
Thank goodness for 7-Eleven.
Well, Scott has celebrated job gains all across the state, like 800 new jobs with 7-Eleven. But his critics claim that he's delivered many lower-paying jobs while manufacturers downsize or leave. Scott's direct efforts to bring jobs to Florida has delivered mixed results. He pumped $250,000 into a deal for Colt Manufacturing, but the jobs never came.
Welcome to Red Pine Services.
Red Pine Services had negative equity and was losing money, but Scott's administration gave it $400,000 up front in exchange for jobs. Then Red Pine collapsed and taxpayers got hosed.
It is not government's role to pick the winners and losers.
Scott has picked both. We have gained jobs on his watch, and some deals like Hertz and Amazon should pay off in the future. But it's also hard to hold Scott accountable when his core promise seemed to change.
What do we need? We need more jobs.
It'll be the 700,000, plus what would be normal.
I don't know who said that.
Jobs.
700,000 on top of.
No.
Jobs.
No, that's not true.
Hold me accountable.